Welcome back, everyone, to the Bears Papa Plays YouTube channel. Today is Friday. It is October 10th, and I'm back bringing out some more college football for you guys. I'm going to put a hand up. This is a hand-up show. If I make a mistake, I throw the hand up. I completely forgot about Thursday Night Football. I'm watching it right now. I was just so focused on college with Missouri State, Middleton. I was focused on games on Tuesday, Wednesday. I was so excited for conference play to start on the weekdays. I just completely forgot about the NFL. It is the Eagles and the Giants. I probably would have took the Giants with the points because I despise Philadelphia as a Dallas fan. I also like Jackson Dart and Cam Skadoo, and I've given out the Giants money line on Jackson Dart's first appearance against the Chargers. Right now it's 13-10. Pretty entertaining game. Philly came out, got three really easily. Jackson Dart down the field, did it with his legs, touchdown, got a 3 and out. Jackson Dart with his legs again, and then with his arms scrambling out of the pocket, gets it done. 13-10 final, or 13-10 right now, I should say. And knowing me, if I'd have gave out the Giants plus 7.5 or plus 7, whatever it was, I probably would have lost in a disgusting way with the Eagles covering on a dumbass field goal to go up by like 8 or 9 points at the very end of the game. So my bad. I didn't give out the NFL pick. That will not happen again, hopefully. For today, we're going to talk about a G5 matchup that will most likely be a decider for who makes the college football playoffs. We have two of the better teams going head-to-head. It's going to be North Texas going up against South Florida. North Texas 5-1 the season, South Florida 4-1. Before I do that again, recap of tonight, I guess, Tulane going up against ECU 0-9 right now. I mean, part of the reason why I took away the over for the North Texas game was because I watched the first half of Tulane and ECU. I was going to take the over the North Texas game. I don't know if it has anything to do with probably it doesn't have anything to do with the Wednesday night and Thursday night matchups, but these teams are playing really good defense, especially Tulane out of nowhere. Like their defense has been horrible all season long. ECU's been able to move the ball up and down the field no matter what. Tulane's getting a lot of pressure in the backfield, making things difficult for Catton, and the ECU just can't move the ball at all. I think he has 21 passing yards right now in the second quarter. So things are not looking good for ECU. I have them plus 6.5. We have the over as well. But, it's college football. Anything can happen. They can score 42 points in one quarter. So anything can happen. Let's talk about South Florida going up against North Texas. I'm going to take South Florida here on the money line. They are the small dog now, plus 1.5 on the road going up against North Texas. I'm going to talk about North Texas games first. They have 5 wins, 51-0, 33-30. Last 3 games, 59-10 against Army at Army. They beat them 45-38, and against South Alabama 36 to 22. Now, the one thing that we can see with North Texas this season is that they love to keep the ball on the ground, and they put up a ton of points, except the defense, sometimes they give up a few too many points going up against some teams that they shouldn't be giving up points to. Army, 38 points. You can kind of understand that, but Army uses so much clock whenever they move the ball that you should never give up 38 points. That game was back and forth. North Texas went up big in that first half going up against Army. Then the defense let them down in the second half. Army came back, almost won the game going up against North Texas. They gave up 22 points to South Alabama in the last game, but, that's not too bad. The defense for North Texas this season has not been good whatsoever. For South Florida, defense has been decent. The yardage per games, they're giving up quite a bit, but 22.8 points per game for South Florida this year. So that's not too bad. It's scoring defense this season for South Florida over their last 3 games, coming with a 4-1 record over the last 3 games. They took that really bad loss going up against Miami. I did say Miami was going to win that game, cover the spread. They did, 49-12. It just felt like South Florida had so much momentum. They beat Florida. They beat Boise State. Everybody's like, yeah, South Florida, the team. If they beat Miami, they're going to be a top 10 team in the country. And then Miami just puts their foot down and says, you're not with the big boys yet. They come back after the Miami game, beat the School of the Blind 63-14, and then they beat Charlotte 54-26. A little bit of frustration for South Florida over the last 2 games. But in this game, I do want to give a shout out to North Texas. This is the first time the Mean Green have sold out their stadium. I think it's 14 years for the program. First time they have a sold-out crowd. It should be electric there. I want this to be a great game. I want a ton of points scored. But again, the reason I didn't want to take the over is because what I saw tonight with the Tulane game. The winner of this game, like I said before, very good chance to make the college football playoffs if they run the table. Both teams coming into this game with 44-plus points per game. Defense does struggle just a little bit for both these teams. I think the difference in this one is going to be the North Texas defense. ECU defense, they're playing actually really damn well. Tulane's been able to move the ball down the field, but every time they get in the red zone, it's been stop, stop, stop. That's why they have 9 points, 3 field goals, and they attempted a fake field goal, and ECU sniffed that out and got the stop. So the ECU defense is playing really well right now, and I think the North Texas defense will not be very good going up against South Florida. Byron Brown, one of the best quarterbacks in college football. I've said it since, I don't know, week 8 last season for Byron Brown. He was coming back from injury. He's a dynamic player. He's going to be able to do whatever he wants in this game going up against North Texas. North Texas this season has given up a ton of yards, giving up 20 points per game, 42nd in the country. But remember, they haven't been playing a lot of great teams this year. 147.8 passing yards per game and 217.8 rushing yards per game. Byron Brown in this rushing attack for South Florida, they're going to be able to do whatever they want. Byron Brown with his legs, Byron Brown with his arm. They are very balanced on both sides of the ball. South Florida this season, 22.4 points per game, giving up 294.5 passing yards, not the best. 147.5 rushing yards. North Texas loves to run the football. They will be able to move the ball up and down the field, but the rushing attack for North Texas will get stopped more than South Florida. I'm going to take South Florida on the money line. I think they get it done, and we're just going to go with South Florida on the money line instead of both play the over and South Florida. Give me Chaz Nimrod as the anytime touchdown player prop. Been watching this guy over the last couple of days. I believe he had 3 touchdowns 2 games ago. He definitely got a touchdown last week going up against Charlotte. He's the big play guy for South Florida, and Byron Brown's had a really good connection with him over the last several games. Started the season out a little bit slow, but this is a game where I think a lot of points should be scored, and theoretically a lot of points should be scored, but because of the conference battle and because this game means so much, maybe both these defenses come out hyped up like we're seeing tonight with Tulane and ECU, which is, again, why I'm not taking the over, but I do think South Florida will be able to put up 30-plus points in this game. I'm going to take Nimrod anytime touchdown. It's minus 110 on FanDuel right now. So those are going to be the 2 plays. I'm not going to reach any further for another player prop. This is what I did last season, which is why I barely got above 500 in college football. I just kept reaching for plays just to give out more plays. I'm just going to give out 2 plays for these weekday slates. Maybe I give out a third for like a player prop or a game I like. I also didn't like Washington going up against Rutgers. I think that game, Washington's obviously the better team, but Rutgers has been frisky. The Rutgers really just kills themselves. I feel like every game I've watched Rutgers, they just kill themselves in the second half, especially the Iowa game. It was it like week 2 or maybe it might have been week 1. No, I think it was week 2 or 3. Rutgers was in control. They were doing whatever they wanted going up against Iowa, and then in the fourth quarter, for some reason, Rutgers just forgot how to play football. Hawkeyes went down the field twice in a row and scored, and then the Rutgers, I feel like they passed the ball at ease going up against Iowa, and then the fourth quarter, for some reason, everything just fell apart. So Rutgers usually just kills himself, so that's why I'm not on Rutgers plus 10.5. But if you did want to lean on the other game, I'll take Rutgers plus 10.5. Washington's been so good at home, but I feel like that's a lot of points. Washington's not all that much better than Rutgers. So only 2 plays: USF money line and Chaz Nimrod anytime touchdown. Guys, going to do it for the NCAA football picks and props for Friday, October 10th. I'm actually kind of glad I didn't give out the Giants plus 7, because now it just feels like the Eagles, after going down 13-3, they just put the foot on the gas, and it feels like they're just going to win this game by 20 now. So that's going to do it for the NCAA football picks and props for Friday, October 10th slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure drop a like in this video, and thanks for watching.